Hi everyone, so welcome to this reading. This reading is going to be a little bit different, and it's because I'm going to speak to the energy that's happening right now because this energy wants to be spoken about. Now, this is something that I think everybody can kind of get something from, but the message that's coming through is meant for a select few. It's meant for a very small collective that operates in a very deep psychic layer, okay? There is, I'm going to have a really hard time talking about this as I'm going through this energy because this energy is very ungrounding. So I'm likely to say the wrong thing, get my words mixed up. So the energy that is currently happening, for many of you, you know that like Halloween or Samhain, around that time, the veil thins. For me personally, I always experience it about 2 weeks before that time. This year I didn't experience it, and I thought that was strange. And about 2 days ago, all of a sudden, it just kind of blew open. There is this, yes, we are tapping into like a layer of the dead, as we usually do around this time of year and also sometime in spring. But what's really happening here is it's going a little bit further than that. It's almost as though a separate universe, I know some people might term it a dimension or a reality. I'm going to use the term universe, is butting up against ours. And the last time that this happened, from what they're telling me, is the age of Taurus. If you're unfamiliar with the age of Taurus, this is usually where academics will ascribe the first civilizations. Why do they call it the first civilizations? Because there was a written language, there was an alphabet, there's criteria for what makes a civilization according to academia. We're looking at things like Babylon, Sumeria, very, very old Egypt. So whoever this message is for, there's going to be some recollection or understanding that you had a life in this time period, okay? There's something that has followed you since that time period that you're going to be aware of. So if you're not aware of that, this reading probably isn't for you because, again, I'm speaking to a collective that's operating on a very deep psychic layer. And one of the reasons why they're operating on this deep psychic layer is because of this sort of energy that has come with them. Okay, this very old energy that has come with them. Now, for some of you, you have memories of a time just before this, or a time that we don't necessarily understand, right? One of the things I'm being given is also about the age of Scorpio. So I'm noticing the connection between this full moon in Taurus and it happening in the sign of Scorpio. I'm fully aware of that. I'm noticing this connection. There's something that happened in the age of Scorpio. This is the late Pleistocene, where it's like a global warming event took place, and they estimate that only a couple thousand people survived this. And so what we're looking at is this very scorpionic event that took place during that age of Scorpio, right? And this energy that has followed someone has its roots in that time. Okay. There's something about these two time periods being extremely karmically seated inside of someone. And whoever this message is for, because this is sort of returning now, which most people will not even experience, but you're experiencing because you're part of this collective that this message is coming through for. This is either your opportunity to return to some sort of work that you left off in many lifetimes before, or it's your opportunity to release it. Okay, for some of you, it's going to be very important to release it. There may be, for example, during the last few days, some of you may have woken up to energies that are basically expansive. Again, I just keep feeling like the original gods, that kind of feeling. It's the old gods energy. Some of you may have viewed it this way. You may have felt something like that. Some of you may have felt that this was taking parts of your energy. And so this is going to be your sign that this is something that you should release, right? For others of you, you feel that this energy is charging you or pulling you in some way. And you may interpret that as your sign to work with this energy. I'm not here to tell you which one it is for you. This is for your own discernment. But this is an energy that now that it's come in, there's going to be something very different appearing inside of people's lives, right? This is going to be a slow progression, but one of the meanings of Ilbe the Retriever here is to remember a long lost dream. I'm not interpreting that literally, although your dreams may be important right now. You may be finding that your dreams are kind of off the hook right now for some of you. You may be experiencing liminal spaces in a way that you haven't in quite some time right now. But Ilbe the Retriever is about loyalty. Where do your loyalties lie? For some of you, you've been on this journey of learning how to see past dark facades, right, when it comes to working with spirits. For some of you, you have already learned how to see past the dark facade, and now is your opportunity to release yourself from some very old story. This, like I said, this is going to be very different for everyone. It depends where in your evolution you fall. Whatever happens next is a very slow process. For some of you, you're going to be learning about these time periods, and you're going to be learning about these beings. Others of you, you're going to be learning about your independence away from these beings. This is the next cycle of evolution in someone's soul journey. Okay, and it takes a procession. It takes a very long time, thousands of years, to truly come through those lessons. So whoever this message is for, I can already tell you that you resonate as an old soul. And I know people are always like, all souls are old, but just chill out on that. Whoever this message is for, you resonate as an old soul. You don't feel like, oh, you know, I feel like I had a few lifetimes here. You definitely know that you've had many, 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 many lifetimes here. There is an essence that many of you within this collective will feel that you are starseeds, or that you came here from someplace else. But you're going to have the knowledge that that probably happened a long time ago, or that you keep going between, okay? You're going to have the knowledge that something is with you, that something follows you, and that whatever this thing is quite old. You may even have the knowledge that this follows your bloodline, okay? Okay, there is something here that is meant to be healed at this time. Again, the story of what is happening is going to be different for everyone. For some of you, you're learning how to work with these energies again. For others of you, you've already been working with these energies, and it's your time to basically make a break from them. So, but in the process of both storylines, there's a healing that is involved. For some of you, this healing is very, very deep. Okay, it's on a very deep soul level. And this is basically happening to change something about our understanding of ourself. The reason why I'm saying that is we have the number 10. This is where something ends, something new begins. But that number 1 really represents our own individuation, right? How independent we are from this particular energy. For some of you, it's a new path with this energy. The theme of this lesson, whatever is being healed, is the theme of connection. So this is about maybe releasing this energy in order to establish new connections. It may be working with this energy to establish that connection. Whatever the case is, connectivity is very important inside of this energy. For many of you, I do feel that there is a pull to return to some old way, or a pull to return to the reverence of something. For some of you who are detaching from this energy, it's a reverence for yourself, for your own consciousness. Okay. There are glimpses that you've had of this particular world that probably started in the middle of the 2015, 2016 for many of you. For some of you, it would have gone way back. It might have been there, you know, you can trace it back to when you were very small. But the true experiences would have started around that time. Okay. Before that, it was harder for them to kind of cross that bridge. Here, what we have is we had a time period where we had this very, where we were very afraid of it. Okay, with Jihabia, this is a false fear, and this false fear is really hiding from us our own sovereignty. The problem with this is that some of these energies, they have been assigned so much power that if you are in the camp where you are breaking away from these energies, they operate under different rules, a different set of rules than what we operate in here. And so okay, I don't feel that I'm supposed to say too much about that. And so whoever that message is for, just understand that the same rules don't apply. And in this separation that you are having with these energies, okay, cut the deck. Okay, this is all about maintaining that. So this is solace, right? This is my solar sacral down to the root. This is about when we have our solar plexus, our sacral chakra, and our root chakra. This is our expression. This is our self-identity of who I am. This is what you're trying to work on. This is what you're trying to maintain. And then so part of your storyline is going to be separating away from these energies, okay? The number 13 on this card, it's very interesting because this is about that like phoenix energy, but the number 13 in the tarot is the energy of death. What the death card represents is the changing of the guard. And so again, this is where an old structure or an old allegiance is fading away as you're separating away from this and starting a new allegiance to self. So, or maybe even to a different higher power for some of you. But this is a very interesting time. Again, this card is kind of showing this, it's like the merging of two worlds, right? And in this aperture of the merging of two worlds, there was a message that came out the other day for this the collective I normally read for, which was the aperture is in you. And I feel that's very much true for this particular collective. You will have the knowledge that something passes through you, or that you yourself are the gateway through which certain things come through. So this is a very small collective I'm speaking to today, but it's a very important message because it's been trying to come out since yesterday, okay? So this is kind of confirmation for somebody, and it's also to let someone know that this isn't just happening to you. This is something that's happening on a collective level to all the people who are working on those very deep, deep psychic spaces. It doesn't mean that if this doesn't resonate for you that you're not psychic. I'm not talking about being psychic. I'm talking about a layer of reality that some people exist in and operate in that is very different. And there's something massive that's shifting here for these people. Whoever this collective is, there is a lot of spiritual ability here, and for some of you, you're in the process of learning how to take control of that ability. For others of you, you're stepping onto the path of really understanding what that ability is. And so the grafting in of these energies is important for you to understand the depth of that. And for those of you who are over here who are separating away from it, now you're coming into an understanding of how much these energies actually affect you. So this is a very interesting time. I just keep saying that because that's just, I have no other words for it other than that. It is a paradox. There is a paradox. Both camps, no matter which camp you fall in, you're going to find that your thoughts about this never quite solidify. It's something that can't be answered. This is a mystery that goes beyond mysteries because, again, it exists inside of a universe that is not operating under the same rules and terms as ours. So the only thing that I can really say about this and quantify in pure terms is that the energies are ancient and that they're extremely big, right? Many of them just feel like abstract chaos. So whoever this message is for, this is just a confirmation for you. This is to let you know that you're not necessarily going through this alone. So I'm going to record a different reading now that I've gotten that energy out, that will hopefully speak to a larger collective, and I will post that tomorrow. But this is today's message. So whoever this message is for, I wish you the best of luck in navigating this, and you can feel free to leave a comment, and until next time.